I think. Yep. Now we are.
Was that yeah?
What's on your tub? It's your boy, the Owlman.
To catch up on lyrics because they're kind of hard to. I used to just sing this song with sounds.
Will you please do that too?
Yeah.
You too. When are you saying that the things happen in the T-Town, man?
Titty Town. Tonight. You guys are at Ben Rectum? I'm going to Titty Town. Titty Town.
We're live on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was in.
I'm sorry. I mean, Breast Town.
Soon, right?
I mean, Boob City. Like 3 weeks, dude. I was in
We need to get
T-Town
stuff figured out before
Tuesday.
we leave.
Let's start.
You're going like every week, man. You're going more than I am. More than I live there. Yeah. True.
Luke, are you ready?
I'm born ready.
Lance Stevenson.
Check.
Goes by Ben.
That goes
Hey, did y'all
like
hear
that.
the LeBron? They're cutting LeBron's minutes down.
I did.
Yes. It's unbelievable.
Oh my god.
Oh God, we're starting.
Show's over, guys. Yeah, that was the ending.
Oh,
Gotta go
sorry. I
home.
should probably know that.
Can't go to sleep now.
I'm ready.
I was waiting on you to be ready. Used to.
Pre-YouTube days.
I know. Used to be a good time.
It's too much pressure.
I'll wait on you. I'll wait on you.
That's a way nicer way to do it.
I'm Stephen Adams. This is Down to Doug. I'm miffed and peeved. That's not the words. What do I say?
Hello, I'm Alex Sabrinas. I'm not miffed and piffed. I'm about to dunk. I'm not miffed and piffed. Hello, I'm Alex Sabrinas. I'm not miffed and piffed. I'm down to dunk.
I'm Stephen Adams. I'm not miffed and peeved. I am down to dunk.
Yo, this PG and I'm down to dunk.
Good morning and welcome. 6, 5, 3, down, 2, dunk. You can find us on CLNSMediaDailyHunter.com, radio 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or of course, anywhere you subscribe to your podcast. I am Luke. Joined this morning by Andrew.
Slam through.
Taylor.
Was sad, small, sweet, so delicate. You used to be this dying breed. Feeling about this. I've got a bad feeling about this. Kept still until the long drive home. Slept safe and close to the window.
going all
Look, slam through. Wow.
And Jay.
It's Jay. I don't know who that is.
I'm really
Take
glad
Back
that,
Sunday.
I'm really glad that you sang a Take Back Sunday song after they were good. We're taking it back, boys.
In case you, for some reason, enjoy sleep more than you enjoy the Oklahoma City Thunder, last night, the Thunder beat the Portland Trailblazers in Portland.
Hooray.
Swept the series.
Swept the series.
season series with
4-0.
the eventual
Unbelievable.
conference champions. Yeah, but what do Trailblazers say about their team when they get swept by another team?
I don't know.
Is this a joke? Are you setting up a joke right
Things
now?
are dark.
I think I'm
saying,
I think
What
I'm
did-
very badly referring to Thunder fans saying, well, we can't beat the Nuggets, so we're bad.
I know what they say. They say,
Yeah.
oh, shucks.
They
Yeah,
say,
it was.
mother shuckers.
So I was.
Okay.
It was. What's funny is like I can't really tell you what happened in that game
Why not?
because it was.
It's
It felt like 10 hours of my life.
there were so many things that happened. Like probably the two most crucial things for the Thunder winning this game was Nurkic tripping Westbrook, which
Yep.
he obviously did on purpose.
Absolutely.
I don't get people saying, how do we know that he did that on purpose? I can't get inside his brain. Okay, here's how you know he did it on purpose. He started running right where Russell was running and put his foot underneath his foot.
Yeah. And
That's how you know that he did it on
and then
purpose.
kind of swerved back into him again. Like he
Yeah.
was running like a drunk man walks the line, right? Like
Yes.
that's what he was doing, trying to get in Russell's way. And so Russell finally like smashed him.
It wasn't like there was a bunch of guys clumped together. Like he intentionally tripped him. And then at the end, whenever he headbutted Paul George, I mean,
what
if
an
he-
idiot.
if he played in the overtime, I mean, it would have, I don't know who would have won.
Maybe. But I will say this. I don't think Nurkic scored in the second half. I'm pretty positive the only person that scored was Damian Lillard in the second half.
Here's what I'll say. The difference in the quality of screen from Nurkic to Cantor
Nurkic is a mountain.
is pretty
It's crazy.
significant. And
You're
it's
right.
not like Cantor's a bad screener. I think he's good. And then also the rim protection from the Portland side. I mean, when they saw Ennis down there,
It was like go. Everybody,
That's why
everybody go to the basket.
Russell was awesome in the overtime. And part of it was he just felt like he could just go right at Ennis every single time.
Yeah, for sure. The only reason I kind of maybe said that I don't know is because the Thunder could have. I'll say could have. I said should have last night because I was very pissed off. They should have won the game in regulation. Like,
They-
the Thunder outplayed them in the second half.
Their Thunder were great in the second half.
They're really good. And Paul George was 1 and 9 from the 3-point line, but ended up still with 29 points
It was like
because he had I think roughly 28 free throws.
it's a very James Harden.
He was
game.
really good though, man.
17 of 20 from the free throw line, 32 points, 6 assists, 14 rebounds, but he was 7 for 23,
The
1 of
Thu-
9 from 3.
The Thunder obviously needed this game, and you felt it from the beginning. And Portland wanted it too.
Oh, of course. Well, yeah.
Like it was.
I mean,
yeah,
the
I mean,
Thunder
that's
had
an
already
obvious-
beaten them three.
It's an obvious
three
statement,
games,
you know,
and
but-
two
basketball teams. Both teams would
Want
like
to-
to win.
Right.
Well, they both have the same
It's hot
record.
takes, right?
They're fighting for the same thing. I mean, that was a playoff like
yeah,
game.
because truly that gives you 2 games up on Portland in theory, right? So you get the
They have the tie. Well, they had the tiebreaker anyways.
so you have
but-
the tiebreaker, which is basically a game,
Mhm.
and then they've got another game on top of that, right?
Oh yeah.
So anyway, there's a ton to walk through as far as the game. Russell was really good for a majority of the game. Had a few, 8 turnovers, I think, total.
Yeah.
Which was a problem. And they had that one at the end where, they had 2.6 seconds left, which isn't crazy. And he literally just dribbled it out of
I thought it was
bounds,
4
which is like-
seconds.
no, I think it was like 2.6.
Okay. But yeah, he just dribbled it out of bounds, and you're just like, oh great, because there was like a 1.6 left. You're like, you're gonna give this window to Damian Lillard.
I know,
And
which
it was
is
just
the
like,
great.
oh,
the great thing
boy.
about it is, I guess, if you call a timeout and the ball like it wasn't scored, or you didn't catch it under the basket, you just get it from where it was.
Yeah,
So they had it from half court. It
Yeah.
wasn't not on their side, but on the Thunder side.
he had to heave it.
So
But
if you somehow did not get to watch it, and the first time you're hearing about it is this, let me just break down the last play of regulation. All right? Like really the craziest.
which is
number
like the
one,
last 25 minutes of regulation.
There was way too much ref influence into the game. Like they officiated the game either too tight or that everybody was fouling too much. Like Damian Lillard had over 20 free throws,
It was a very physical game.
and they called it like it was like a high school game or something. It was crazy. And it was just a ton of fouls. It felt like
I think at
every
the
other
end-
second.
At the end of the day, I think that it was balanced out, because if you go to Trailblazers Reddit
they're
right now,
so mad.
they're so mad about the officiating.
They're really mad about Paul George's elbow, which is a bullcrap thing to think that they should have thrown Paul George out for.
If Damian Lillard elbowed Steven Adams in the face,
I wouldn't say- I
on
wouldn't-
his way.
I wouldn't say no. So here's the problem. Number one is I would not say that Damian Lillard should get kicked out of the game. Like I think that's dumb.
Yeah,
Like maybe a flagrant one, fine.
yeah.
If you just have to do that, which supposedly what they can't do is they can't review something that they didn't call foul on,
Right.
right?
Which
I don't
is
know.
funny because they're actually watching the replay of that happening.
But I will say this. This is what I was thinking last night. Is the addition of replay into our world makes things that are normally way more of a bang bang play. It makes it to where
Bang,
you-
bang.
it makes it to where it slows down and you're all of a sudden it looks way more egregious in that moment
oh
where
my
it's like
goodness. Yes.
Paul George literally rips through Aminu, probably gets fouled,
Yeah,
and then Nurkic is right there. Paul George isn't swinging his elbow, like he's literally he's moving to try to get the ball up to,
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
shoot that left hand to left.
it wasn't malicious.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's like they can't evaluate intent.
but
It looks awful in the replay.
Nurkic makes it look malicious
Yes.
with the way that he flops and the way that
Dude,
he
he's
salacious.
God,
even.
He's the worst.
Goodness, he is the absolute worst.
I didn't realize how hated he was across the league. Matt Moore was posting all of these things about how like Denver didn't love him. Like,
Oh,
he
no.
just
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
disliked everywhere but Portland.
Yeah, it's he's obviously good. He's a good player.
He's really good.
But he is the absolute worst when it comes to like confrontations and stuff like that.
You think he's a good like boyfriend though?
Yeah. So Steve, speaking of Nurkic, Steve was the worst I've ever seen him in the first half. The worst I've ever seen him.
Really?
Yes.
He was not good. I'm not going to try to
The
defend
issue,
him.
not even so. Number one is he was overhelping on defense, which I still think is probably
ton.
more schematic than it is anything else. But he literally will help off on Damian Lillard or CJ McCollum, and Nurkic will be underneath the basket by himself, which is infuriating. It's a scheme. It has to be mostly.
There's supposed to be a helper behind him.
Yes,
is
and,
what Billy
and a
would
lot
say.
of times they would cut it off. Like a lot of times they do cut it off. So that's part of it. But the other thing, something mentally was going on with him. He could not catch the ball. He had multiple times where he caught it and just couldn't finish. Like literally couldn't lay it up, couldn't dunk it. It was
Mhm.
crazy.
Mhm.
He looked like he was mentally beat up. Like it was weird. But then the second half, that you could see they brought more intention to get him the ball in the second half. They started trying to post him up a little bit, and he scored multiple enormous buckets for this team.
Huge putbacks. I mean,
Huge,
just
game
massive.
changing, like
yeah.
game winning almost.
Yeah.
I thought Grant was really good. Grant was in foul trouble. Ended up only getting, I don't even know if he got his fifth, but Grant was in foul
He did.
trouble. But he was
He made some
incredible.
pivotal plays. He played 26 minutes. He was a plus 11 in those 26 minutes. 14 and 6. He had like a couple charges that were so key.
Well, and he won where he had 4 fouls in the third quarter,
Right.
And it would have set him for. But they ended up they survived. I didn't even finish my first initial statement, but Nerlens and Markeith and Schroeder actually got the lead up to like 7, almost got it up to 10 if Morris would have hit that corner 3.
Oh, that was so. I think they would have easily won in
Yeah, that'd have-
regulation.
I thought that'd have
if
been
he
game
hits
over.
that 3. Yeah, there were a
And-
couple of wide open threes in the corner, and also like to balance it out, there were several threes from the Blazers that I was just like, yeah, that's going down, and they didn't.
Yeah, Layman didn't shoot well.
No,
But in the end,
he didn't score.
so
He was
let me-
0 of 3.
if you didn't
Quite
watch
the
it,
layman.
the last play, Nurkic headbutts Paul George after he literally offensive goaltending,
Yeah,
grabs the rim while the ball is bouncing on the rim, gets the rebound, goes up, and he gets fouled. Paul George is with him, and they just don't like each other, obviously, because Nurkic is unliked by everybody.
Sure, Paul said something.
Paul
to
says
him.
something. Nurkic gets in his face and he head smushes him, but he kind of like bangs his head up against him, and they call the double technical.
It's
And
called a whale kiss.
so the Thunder get to choose who shoots the 2 free throws.
I love this. This is one of my favorite things that's happened this year.
I'm going like I don't know who's bad on their team. Scal Labossiere
The Bissiere
comes out.
Labossiere.
It's the first.
I prefer Labossiere.
It's like the first minutes he's played for the Trailblazers, and he just misses the first one.
It says on here he played 0 minutes.
He misses the first one,
0 minutes. 2 free throws.
and they come up and they're like, "You're gonna have to intentionally miss this one." He misses the second one. Russell gets an incredible rebound, actually.
Yeah.
Skies up, gets it, and then throws in the air away from the play. Markeith Morris and Aminu get like in a, I don't know, tied up, a tussle,
Yeah.
and Markeith fouls him, which is probably a foul.
It was probably a foul. It's a foul that probably happens every single game and doesn't get called.
Every single game, yes.
Foul by Queef.
And so
Oh my
Amino-
gosh, like, why are you here?
this is what happens when we dominate. When we talk too much, Taylor just disengages and becomes the mutable one. Like last week, you brought all the good stuff last week. Okay. Aminu gets it, makes 2 free throws, whatever. Everything ends up the way it did. But Nurkic is out because it's second technical. So if you did not watch it, we just gave you the game. But you should
Yeah.
probably rewatch it. However, you
And then
can.
in the overtime, I mean, the Blazers hit the first shot of the overtime.
and then Thunder took over.
Rodney Hood hit that shot, and then really Russell Westbrook took over. I think the biggest play of the game to me was in the overtime. The Thunder are up 4. CJ McCollum is coming around a screen, and Ferg stays right with him. Ferg blocks this 2-point shot, 2-point jumper from CJ McCollum,
and then that turns into 2 points where Russell turns on the Jets. Like Russell, and here's another, like we've been kind of worried about Russell. Is Russell okay athletically?
He's
like
fine.
He doesn't look, he looks old. This is the beginning of the end, you guys. Like, no, Russell looked awesome last night in a lot of ways, and he exploded to the rim on that layup. And it all started with that block. If CJ hits that shot, which he's a weird player, man. He was 9 of 24. He didn't have a great night, but he had
I'd
some
say
stuff.
A lot of that's Ferguson, man.
It is. He had a lot of stuff going, especially in the mid range. And if he hits that shot, it's a 2-point game. And if the Thunder miss in
You
the
never
half
know.
court, they come down. Dame hits a 3. Like, it's a completely different game if Ferguson doesn't block that shot. Puts them up 6, and then they pretty much don't look back from there.
So I will say, it's one of those games that where obviously you're rejoicing, but at the same time you're like, this just proves that it was an effort issue.
I know. I mean, everybody's like, can the Thunder bounce back? Is this their team now? It's like, no, like they've done this. They've actually done this 3 times this season where they lose games, they go on this bad losing streak, and then they bounce back.
And
They do it. They've done it 3
Even
times.
within a game, I mean, when their defense was really good, it was always like the second half they would kick it in to gear with defense, which is the opposite of last year, which was first half was always good, second half was always bad. And
Yeah,
this year's
that's
been
right.
first
They're always
half kind of
scraping, right?
coasting, and the second half they're like, okay, we got to kick it in, go out third quarter and shut the team down.
Mhm.
South Trailblazers only scored 22 in that third quarter. And I saw that you guys were saying that was the best quarter that the Thunder had and changed the game.
They were awesome.
Could you tell from the beginning that it was a different Russ? Like it was a different version of Russ.
It's been like that for the past couple games, though.
But it felt for me, it just last night, and he was really good against Minnesota too. I think,
Yeah.
wasn't he? Wasn't it
Yeah, he
Minnesota?
was.
Mm-hmm.
This last week has been a blur. But looking like he
Jay
set,
is a full blown addict.
Dad?
he set the. I know, I have a problem. He set the tone last night.
Yeah.
Like, he was really good in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, it felt like him and Adams also got like 30 minutes of rest in the first quarter too, which was crazy. Like there's somehow it lined up where they sat for long enough where it was like 30 actual minutes between the time they got back on the court in second
You're
quarter.
kidding.
No, it was crazy. Crazy, man.
Here's-
Are you actually kidding?
No.
Are you actually-
It was
30
like
real life minutes that they're sitting down.
they're on the bench. Maybe it's 20, but it was a long time where
Maybe
it
it
felt
was-
like they were not on the floor.
Jeez.
Noel
So-
was really good as part of that.
So the T-Wolves in regulation scored 131 on the Thunder the other night. They hold the Blazers to 121 in overtime.
Yeah, makes sense.
The
Effort.
Blazers.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. We haven't mentioned how freaking good Damian Lillard was, though. He was so good. 51 points, 9 assists, 5 boards, only 3 turnovers. He was amazing, and he was a -5. So just because the Thunder were just that much better, but he was great. He and CJ combined for 76 points.
Taylor, let me ask you a question.
Ask it to me.
How many
baby.
guys in the NBA do you feel like can single-handedly sway a game the way Damian Lillard can? There was not a margin. There was not a margin I felt comfortable with because I always knew that Dame could come down and hit 3. And he did. He hit a 3 from like almost half court.
How many guards can do that in the league? Let's just go guards.
Steph.
Steph Curry.
Steph, Russ, but not even that
Not like
much
this.
this season. Okay, let's leave Russ out.
Russ
of
did it last night.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Don't
Russ.
say yeah like that, Jay.
It's just not like
How did he not do it last night?
I just don't. It's not for me. It's not the same. Like it's not the same. I don't have the same confidence that Russ is going to come down and hit.
But the only reason you
2 or
do
3
that
monster
is because you
threes.
watch every single Thunder game and you
That's
only
true.
watch
That's true. You're
the
right.
Trailblazer highlights
That's
and
true.
the Golden State highlights. And so you see like,
Luke is so right.
yeah,
Luke goes by Ben. Thank you, Ben.
Okay.
yeah.
So Dame, Steph, Russ,
That's all.
Kyrie.
No, not Kyrie. No. I would say no.
I would say yes, Kyrie.
I think like all of their big wins this season have not been because of Kyrie. I just don't think Kyrie's
None
as
of
good
them.
as
Not one.
No, I'm saying like I don't think it's been as personally affected by Kyrie as like Dame or Russ can really put a team on their back.
Well, maybe we just
Or
agree,
Steph.
agree to disagree.
So let me take
So
back.
do you think is Kyrie a top 6 point guard in the league?
Yeah.
Really? Who is it? Who is it then? Russ,
Steph, Russ, Dame.
Dame.
We're missing somebody that's.
I just
Chris
can't even
Paul
think.
still.
No.
James Harden.
James Harden's a point guard.
Yeah, James Harden.
James Harden's another guy like that.
True.
James Harden's
We didn't
definitely
mention him.
another
He
guy
definitely
like
is that.
Yeah.
True. I just can't even think of players right
Tony
now.
Parker,
My brain hurts.
Kemba.
Who,
Kemba's kind of that. He's like a
Don't
lower
even.
version of that.
Don't even do.
Hey, so
this.
here's what I'll say about
Get
Russ.
out of my face.
would you rather? I don't know. I think it's a real question.
That is not. Get
I
out of
think
my
it is.
face. That is so stupid.
I don't think it's as stupid as you think it is.
Hey,
stupid is as stupid does.
you know
I don't
what?
think it's as stupid as it's stupid is.
You know,
I think it definitely
get that
is.
out of Andrew's face, and you know what you need to get into Andrew's face? An Anthem beer. Anthem Brewing Company. These guys are the real deal. We're always telling you about their incredible beer selection: Golden One, Arjuna IPA, or Ouroboros Ride or Die IPA, or some of the incredible one-of-a-kind beer creations you can only find at their brewery at 908 Southwest 4th Street in Oklahoma City. But I want to tell you about a few things they're currently doing that you need to know about. Their release of Pappy Burleson, their barrel-aged wheat wine ale, the release party, and spring swag launch with Mint Apparel. That happened, I believe, yesterday. So you can go get some Pappy Burleson and their new spring swag. Come get, you can go buy and get your first taste of their 2019 super limited release of Pappy, and get yourself some fresh new Anthem threads while you're at it. This month they have their Cheers to Charity events. That for the month of March, basically, they're giving money to Cavett Kids, with portions of all their taproom sales on the weekends going toward helping Oklahoma City's children battling severe and life-threatening diseases.
Super cool.
It's a great thing they're doing. On the weekend, you go, you spend money, and part of the sale goes to these good causes.
Huge win-win. You got it. I
That's
mean, how could you deny that? That's amazing.
That's right. Cavett Kids is making the difference in the lives of at least 12,000 children and their families each year with their annual camps and ongoing programs. It's a great thing. Go by and help by drinking beer. And if you go by the tap room, you can get an Anthem Brewery tour of the tap room.
It's cool.
Yeah, go to anthembrewing.com/tour. You can set up a tour, take your friends, drink some beer, support a good cause. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You can do it all.
I'm laughing at myself because I was just going through players to try to find 5 point guards better than Kyrie Irving.
Yeah. Good job.
And I'm laughing because
Did you get Kemba?
why did I pick why could I'm just laughing because I'm like, why did I even do that? I could have
don't
just
know.
argued Kyrie and Kemba. Why did I have to make a list and then say 6? Why didn't I say top 4?
DJ Augustine.
Why did I open it up?
He's
to 6?
he's really good.
He will.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
To be fair, in Taylor's defense, he has had a very weird year.
Do you?
There's no question that he's a weirdo, but I think
Flat earther.
he is a weird guy. But I think he's an amazing basketball
This
player.
is why we don't
He
bring
can't put the
up
team on his back, though.
Heart of a champion.
Except for when he did.
Except for when he actually
When?
did and won a championship.
I mean, he hit the
dude,
biggest
you
shot of
can't
that whole
say-
series.
he hit the biggest shot. There's
Great job. We're talking about this season. If we're gonna keep all the point guards in this season,
Yeah, I would take him top 5, top 4.
I'll take top 4.
Yeah, I think
Come on.
I think
No, he's not.
awesome.
Steph, Dame, Russ, James Harden.
Eric Bledsoe.
You'd put him ahead of one of those.
I might. Yes.
Who? Here's a full crap. He's not better than any of those 4.
Okay. Whatever.
Which one? Pick one.
Frank Ntilikina.
Well, I like Frank.
Just saying, D'Angelo Russell.
Maybe top 6.
guys. You know what I like?
He's
top
not
6
doing it.
for
He
sure.
won't buy
I'm
it.
laughing at myself for saying top 6. I should have said top 4.
Yeah, it's like the most arbitrary number.
God, why'd I pick
That's
that?
why we don't come up with the questions. We leave it to you to ask our Twitter questions.
You're like the king of
That was
segues,
good.
man.
What can I do? Hey
Thanks,
guys,
Ben.
You're fresh.
our first Twitter question. comes from-
41% from 3 on 6 attempts.
Who, Kyrie?
Yes, he's shooting almost
That's,
50%
you
from
just
the
gave
field.
me one stat.
I'm not done talking.
It's a good stat, though.
7 assists, 5 rebounds. I mean, the dude is freaking good.
You just gave him 2 stats.
That's okay. 41% from 3, 7 what rebounds?
7
Oh, my
assists,
gosh.
5
Our
rebounds.
five
our point
rebounds.
guard. Our
Yeah.
point guard averages triple
Okay.
doubles, bro. Don't give me that stuff, man.
Seriously, I mean, who is he? If you're gonna put him in top 4, which one of those 4 is he better than?
Dame.
If you say top 5, fine. I'll put Kemba
probably
in
the answer.
5.
Yeah, that's probably the answer.
I'll put Kemba Walker at 5.
I'd say Kyrie probably for a majority of the season outplayed Russ. I think Russ has played.
No,
I think he has to.
I think he's played. I think Russ has played way better over the last few weeks.
Hey guys, stop
He
fighting.
shot better.
But
But
the
yeah.
Celtics, I mean, they walloped the Warriors.
They did. Kyrie's weird, but he's good.
He is weird.
He is weird. Guys, you know what else is weird? This Twitter question is from @Michael Clampett, who says, I have 2 potential questions for tomorrow based on last night's game. The difference is subtle, but he thinks it will be clear. 1, do you feel like the 3-hour flight from Minnesota to Phoenix was the key to our turnaround?
Portland?
And 2, why?
Not Phoenix. It's
Wow.
PDX is
Oh, sorry.
Portland.
Fair enough. I'm confused.
Yay, they won. Next question.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, obviously something changed, and so I think Michael, you're on to something. It was a 3-hour flight. Is it really 3 hours from Minneapolis to Portland on a plane?
Probably. It's not
Worth
bad.
it. Worth it. Okay. Next
it'd be
question
shorter.
from @Johnny
Jay,
Ho.
planes
3,
are really
4.
quick.
No,
Montana is huge.
I meant shorter.
Montana's huge.
Huge.
Hey guys, our next Twitter
It's a
question:
huge state.
how do you get up early to podcast
Top
after
4
these
or
late
5
games?
largest states.
Montana
Come
is
on.
huge.
It is. Is it not?
It is. It's just a very
Taylor, do you
weird thing
debate
to
that?
say.
Guys,
Yeah, I think that there's states bigger than Montana. I present to you Texas.
6. There are 6 states.
Also, I think California probably, as far as square miles
Are we
go.
talking land mass or are we talking? Get out of my face.
guys, come on.
Would you? I wouldn't even put Montana in the top 7, 7.5.
What are you
states.
talking? Come on, let's move
State-
on,
I don't think I would
Size-wise.
either.
guys. This question from @JohnnyHo34. He wants to know, how do we get up early to podcast after these late games? How much sleep do we get?
It sucks.
I got like 3 hours last night.
I slept about 4:45.
Sleeping
4 hours and 45 minutes.
I got a good 6, 6.5.
It's the worst. What's better for me though that doesn't work for Andrew is I've created some margin in my day to be able to take a nap.
Dude, I saw this guy,
Margarine?
and I might be this guy today, who is an older guy just asleep in his car in a parking lot at Starbucks. Just head back, mouth open, just asleep. And I was like,
Do you think there's a chance he's dead?
I
Yeah,
feel
there's
you.
they're always
Yeah.
there are people in New York. They're like, oh, that guy's been sleeping in his car for a few days. He's been dead for weeks.
Sorry, we went a little morbid on that.
Sorry about that. True story though. All right, next.
money don't make none.
Next
True.
Twitter question comes from @Chadamus33, who wants to know if he's wrong for not being too concerned about the current slide.
After last night, no, you're not wrong.
Chad, you were so right.
If they lost last
Slide.
night, it would have been pandemonium.
Oh my goodness.
Now, I will say this: we haven't even talked about the fact that Thunder have a back-to-back tonight in LA against the Clippers. 9:30 tip. Look at that chain, Luke.
Good thing they have Patrick Beverly on their team to motivate Russell Westbrook.
That's true.
I think Paul George is going to find his 3-point shot tonight too.
That would be cool. Cool thing to do.
Hey guys, our next Twitter question comes from @Thunder_Bus.
There are cooler things to do. I present you 4.
God. Who wants to know, should the Thunder think about limiting Adams' minutes and maybe resting him on back-to-backs to make sure he's ready for the playoffs?
You got this one, man.
Was that small, sweet, so delicate? You
Grow up. Yeah, you grow up.
Guys, people are worried about Adams.
People maybe should be a little bit worried about him.
Okay, I think that he could use less minutes because
Yes.
they have Nerlens, they have Markeith that can play that spot.
But they're
against
not
certain
using
guys.
him at 5 a whole lot. It's
Not a
crazy.
whole lot. I would like to see that more.
I'd have put him in against Cat. At least
I'd
a
like
little
to
bit.
see Markeith more. Yes,
Nice.
I'd like to see him play more. I would. He played 23 minutes last night. There's nights where he can play 30 minutes. Like he played 30 minutes tonight against this Clippers team.
Yeah, Montrezl Harrell was their only real center, right?
Oh, Ivica Zubac.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the,
both those
Lakers
guys
traded
wanted
him
to play.
for literally no reason at all.
They traded for Mike Muscala.
They traded him for no reason at
Wow,
all.
Mike Muscala is not good. Just so everybody knows.
Lakers, man.
Yeah, they're not going to rest him on back-to-backs. That's not going to happen. I do think he could use some more rest. I think if you played him 28 minutes a night, I think that 28 to 30 minutes a night
I like that.
would be nice. He did that the other night because of foul trouble, and I thought he was great.
The hard part is they use him a lot in like matchup based. So like
Yeah,
anytime Nurkic was on the floor last night, Steven was on the floor. With him.
yeah.
It, like
That
they
makes
just didn't
sense.
trust Noel with him very much, and so
Actually, yeah. He played exactly that, and then he played in the overtime. So, yeah, I mean, there's obviously something going on with Steven, whether it's mental or physical. I'm not totally sure. I mean, some of it's definitely physical. I'll say that, but
I think it's got to be.
last night was the
physical.
first time I felt like there was some mental stuff to it. Like,
Yes.
just his
Really?
confidence was down. Yeah, it was. Dude, it
Agreed.
was weird, man.
agreed.
But I will say this: the way he played in the second half could really be a pretty significant turning point for him.
If he can be that player,
Yep.
where he's not like you're not asking him to dominate the game, but you're asking him to affect plays on both ends. Like and a lot of people are going to give him trouble for the way that, and if the Blazers end up winning, I think he would have been torched today because of the way that he guarded Dame and couldn't really affect his shot all that much. But that's
Which
Damian
nobody
Lillard.
could.
Like that's the thing that kills me is like everybody's like he couldn't stop Karl Anthony Towns, who's on a historic run for them. Oh, he couldn't stop Nikola Jokic, who's an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not affecting Damian Lillard, who's one of the best point guards ever. Top 7 point guard in the NBA.
yeah, just
Easy.
behind Kemba.
He's top 4.
Here's what I'll
He's
say.
better than Kyrie.
You've got me
We'll
triggered.
talk.
You've got me triggered here.
Triggered.
It's that Ninja Turtle one.
I love that.
So here's the deal.
Love that, Ben.
Most of your evaluations of Steven Adams are based on either statistics, not yours, but people's.
Yes.
Either just statistics. Last night, Steven didn't rebound very well. True. Steven gets a majority of his rebounds on the offensive end.
Yeah.
Like it's been that way his whole career because he gives up the defensive rebounds to block out their best rebounds.
He's like third in box outs in the NBA.
Yes. So it's hard to get offensive rebounds whenever the other team has a really good group of rebounders, right?
Yeah.
So that statistics difference. Steven does so freaking much
Mhm.
on the defensive end that we don't realize. No, can he stay with Dame Lillard? No, neither can any guard in the NBA.
Neither can Russell.
No, right? Like, of course he can. He contested almost every single one of Dame's jump shots.
He did.
He overhelped in moments, but the reason he does that because he's told to do that. He's been trained to do that. Steven doesn't make a ton of mistakes mentally in
Yeah.
the game. He is the most over criticized guy for literally just doing his job in the NBA. Like all he does is what he's told to do.
But he has also been
He's not been
bad
good.
recently.
Yes.
He hasn't been good, but
he
dude, three-fourths of
he deserves some of the criticism he gets, but I think that people are taking it a step too far.
for sure. But I will say this: like it's the same stuff that happened, and I said this to in a text message group. How in the hell did we undervalue how important Paul George was when he was hurt for those games? Like we remember when Andre Robertson left the season last year.
Mm-hmm.
Everything fell apart and everybody's same exact conversation. Steven Adams is not a good defender. He doesn't know what he's doing. Well, the reason is because he's playing within a scheme that is dependent on a wing player like Paul George to be able to do the stuff that he does.
Yeah.
They're making up for mistakes of Russ, of not anymore with Jeremy Grant, but it's one of those things where they literally have a scheme that is set up to play a certain way. And when you go from Paul George to Dennis freaking Schroeder,
Yeah.
of course there's a drop off. Of course things look a little bit more difficult. Of course people are out of position. Of course, like it's so under.
But it's not just, to me, those two games or those games without him was not just without Paul George, because they played San Antonio, they played Memphis without him. Those two games, dude, they were so bad. Like it was not just a Paul George is gone. It was a complete. They were awful. I mean, they were awful effort wise. They were awful in so many ways in those two games. Even Memphis, like I thought they played worse against Memphis than they did against San Antonio.
It's the worst game I've ever seen them play this year.
They were so bad, dude. And some of it is Paul George. You miss Paul George, things are different. But then like they didn't play super well against Minnesota when he came back either. So,
No, yeah, which whatever. That was also Minnesota was ridiculous that night. And there's
the Thunder were ridiculous though. Like
Sure.
they didn't bring the necessary effort.
no, which
to
is
win that
always the
game.
problem. But for me, it's one of those things where I think that Steven Adams is the easy target right now, which is hilarious to me. It's like he's like the fourth most important, like he's the fourth best player on that starting five right now. Grant, I think, has surpassed him. He's been incredible.
Grant's been good.
And he gets a bulk of the blame when it's like the effort doesn't start with Steven Adams. Do you ever want to tell me that Steven Adams doesn't bring effort? Like
Everybody needs somebody to blame at the end of the day on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, you got to blame somebody. Like you have to blame somebody, and you're either blaming somebody off the bench like Schroeder or Nader. Patrick Patterson's not playing anymore, so you can't blame him.
Yeah, when you have like only the guys that you like that are getting minutes, and you have to find somebody to blame. Who won the tournament of blame game with Alex?
Russell was to blame, I thought.
Right.
Dude, like he was awesome last night. He struggled with decision making. Even last night, he struggled with decision making. He had 8 turnovers. 8's a lot. It's a whole lot.
You knew it was a problem in Minnesota where there's multiple times where he was in the air and had to change who he was passing it to.
Yeah,
he was like almost about to land, and he's like, "Oh nope, gotta throw it over here."
Yeah, he's struggled with his decision making.
That Memphis game is maybe one of the top 4 worst games I've ever seen Russell Westbrook play.
I think it was his worst game I've ever seen him play.
Give me a year.
And he
I'll
won
give you
it.
4
It's
worse than that.
Hey guys,
Anyway, it's like Adams as the primary target of why this team isn't playing well. And I said it last night. There's something going on.
He's not, but
It's mental, it's physical.
He definitely deserves some criticism.
But it's one of those things where it's like to elevate him as one of the reasons. Like Karl Anthony Towns was literally hitting 3-pointers in his face,
He was killing everybody.
killing everybody, and he has been killing everybody. He's literally over the course of the last 5 games. What was it? You that said that?
It was not me.
Somebody said over the course of the last 5 games that Karl Anthony Towns has scored the most points. It was Kevin Hardovitz, maybe, but I don't know.
Jay Skeets, I think.
Jay Skeets, the most points over a 5-game span that any Wolf player has ever done.
Yep. Stephon Marbury played for that team.
Yeah, right.
Sam Cassell, Mr. Big Balls.
Johnny Flynn played for that team.
Ricky Davis.
Johnny Flynn, man, he was supposed to be better than Steph.
That was the year they drafted, I think, 4 or 5 point guards.
Better than Rubio.
All right, moving on. Sorry.
yes. Next Twitter question comes from
More key.
Kobe Zeller, who says Westbrook has attempted more threes in their 22 losses than in the 34 wins that he played. That's 6.8 attempts in losses and 4.3 in wins. Is this a coincidence?
Next question.
For real, next question.
No. I mean, here's the thing. When the Thunder are behind, Russell takes more threes.
Yep.
When they're trying to fight back, if they're down 10, like Russell's for sure going to take some threes. So it's really hard to say that, is it the reason that they lost, or were they just down and then he's trying to fight back into the game? I think there's definitely been some games where Russell has taken too many threes and it has hurt the team and they've lost games.
And
But I think
he
it's-
goes for the 30-point shot. Like if they're down by 10,
Oh yeah,
he's going to try to hit that
Oh,
11-point
yeah.
bucket.
And he'd be so good at MTV Rock and Jock.
I know. I remember. that.
but I think like the major thing with Russell is that he just takes more threes when they're down. So I don't think that it's necessarily you can take that stat and then I'm sure will be talked about on local radio and like it just takes too many threes, blah blah blah. And I think the off the dribble threes, most of them are really bad. Last night I didn't have a problem with a lot of the threes that he took. He was 5 of 8 from 3, which is kind of terrifying for
You can
tonight.
you could look up the splits. Like he's been shooting better over the last month.
The last 8
Yeah.
games, he's shooting high 30% from 3.
His
Which
shot
if you're hitting
has
and you're shooting,
resurfaced.
like
yeah.
oh yeah, his little what do they call it, the cotton shot?
He's just a better shooter.
He's
right
finishing at the rim better too.
Yeah.
I was telling
Yeah.
Jay too. It's just he has these like 2017 where it's like, okay, there's nothing. I'm just gonna go jump at the basket and then have this perfect touch.
Yeah,
and
but
that was gone the first half of the season. That has been coming back.
That was also the weird thing he didn't do against Memphis, though. And I know part of
Yeah.
it is they run that zone and they really try to pack the paint and try to get you because that's what Philadelphia did too. Like, all right, shoot over us. And Russ couldn't shoot that night.
Someone should have told him that he was scared of Valanciunas.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, Valanciunas says he's faster than you.
Anyways,
than
he's
you.
but you're
And
right. He
like-
shot well. He shot well at the rim all season. He's had one of his best seasons at the rim all season. But he's just been better lately. I'm trying to look up his splits, but the internet's
Well, do you
Yes.
want to fill in?
Yes, Jay. Are you
While you're
asking a
looking
question?
okay.
I thought you were asking a question like you wanted to ask a question.
You guys want to hear
Alright.
my? You guys want to hear my impression of Christopher Walken wanting Markieff Morris to play more? We need more queef ball.
Why?
All right.
Why?
Hey, Andrew, our next Twitter question is for you. It comes from @Naeem Pupatia, who wants to know, how do you manage your blood pressure when watching the game?
How do I?
Yes. We're worried about you.
Are you?
He is.
Is there a blood pressure thing?
I don't know.
With me?
Here, you have this, and you have kids. I don't know, man. What do you do for self care? This is a real question.
What do you do
What
for
do you do for
self-care?
self care?
I go to the gym,
You do?
the YMCA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How often?
I try to go 2 or 3 times a week, if not
Oh,
more.
that's pretty good, actually.
More than
What do you do
me.
there?
I run
Yeah.
and I lift some weights. Yeah.
Get those endorphins. Exercise is very good for your mood, for your general mood.
Oh, it's wonderful.
2 to 3 times. I think it's better than an SSRI, if you will, unless you have a chemical imbalance and you really need that.
Yeah.
Guys.
But
All right. Now let's move
Anyways.
on to our next Twitter question.
Luke, what do you do for
I
self care?
eat cereal.
And I just stress eat.
Cereal.
It's great.
Stress
I
eat.
think that's not called self care.
Yeah, it takes care of me. Like yesterday, stressful day, and just a bag of chips.
There's no that does not qualify as positive self care.
Yeah, it is.
YMCA. Hey, okay. I'll talk about this off the pod.
Why?
This is not. It's just not an appropriate topic.
It's Fry Pod.
I know.
Hey guys,
Go ahead,
here's our next
Dang it.
Just remind
Twitter
me.
question. It comes from @BenElephantKing, who wants to know, how would you have felt if someone told you in October that the Thunder would be 9.5 games in front of the Lakers in March?
Very happy.
So happy.
I would have just laughed for like 10 minutes.
You know what's weird? I saw the LeBron minutes restriction thing, and I
Yeah.
started feeling bad for the Lakers. And then I was like,
Why
wait,
would you
wait.
do that?
I don't know. No, it was a my brain was malfunctioning.
I literally get confused every time I'm driving.
It was a Jeremy Lamb moment for my brain, for sure. And then I realized what was happening. I was like, what the hell? No, this is great. This is
It's
like
great.
the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's
wonderful.
really great.
Okay, so here's the 3-point stats for Russell.
Okay.
They're pretty funny. In October, in 4 games, he shot 14.3%.
Pretty good.
November, in 9 games, 23.9%.
Better.
December, 26%.
Getting there.
January, 27%.
Hello.
February, 30.6%.
Whoa, mama, it's coming in fast.
March, in 4 games, he shot 41.7%.
Oh my God. He's going to shoot 70% come playoffs.
From 2, in October, he was 48% in 4 games, 46% November, 38% December, 39 January, February, 44%, and in March, he's 46%. That's only in 4 games.
That's pretty good, though. So he's got his 40s working this month, baby.
Yeah, he shot 23% in November, but he was a plus 10.8
He was amazing
for the month.
Yeah.
Plus 7.2 in December, plus 3.7 in January, plus 0.9 in February, and then he's a minus 4.3 in March.
Okay, so I am seeing a little bit of a correlation here. I want to go ahead and just forget that I thought that, though, and keep on with the positive energy.
Hey guys, let's move on
I mean,
to our next
correlation does not equal causation. If I learned anything in college, it's that.
God. Guys, let's move on to our next Twitter question. It comes from Paul R. Valentine, who wants to know, what are the best burrito fillings?
Oh,
The best burrito fillings. Okay.
Number 1, meat.
What meat?
Jameet. Any meat.
Do you say Jameet?
What meat?
Jamit. You said Jamit.
He
Who
did.
said Jamit?
He did.
Meat.
Number 1, Taylor, not going to do meat.
But I was going to go breakfast burrito anyway. So I'm going egg, cheese, some fajita veggies,
Okay.
throw some beans in there.
You don't eat meat.
Who are
No.
you? Why do I gotta talk to you?
Shrimp. I eat shrimp. I eat fish.
Shrimp.
Fish tacos.
Why do I gotta talk
That's
to
me.
you?
That's me.
Anyways,
I know.
I'm
so telling you, yes, I eat that.
I guess if you can get good steak,
So I just do chicken, man.
it's good. I mostly go chicken. If you're going like a big like Qdoba burrito,
Chipotle, if you will.
chicken.
God, Chipotle's so bad.
It is. It's the worst.
We've already done this enough. We'll just all agree on burritos and just talk
It's
about
not
burritos.
even. It's not even top 6.
So yesterday, so
you
I
mother.
I went to Qdoba yesterday. Rice, black beans,
Mm.
chicken,
Yeah, those are. I like those 3.
hot sauce,
Ooh,
jalapenos,
mm,
queso,
I'm in for all of that.
I don't like-
guacamole.
Yep.
Here's the thing.
Shredded
Very
cheese.
saucy burrito you
Ooh.
have.
It was delicious.
Here's the thing. I don't like burritos because I don't like the bite. The rice. There's too much rice. You take a bite and you get.
You
all
don't
rice.
have to get rice.
I know, but
If you don't like rice, you don't get it.
I like the mix of flavors, and I
Can I get
when
white
burrito
rice?
you bite in and there's too much of one thing.
That's
don't
like,
like
the
that.
opposite of a. That is not true. A burrito is like a mix of everything.
I'm telling you right now. I didn't think about it at first, but when Taylor said it, give me that Chick-fil-A breakfast burrito a day.
Give me the one from 4 years ago.
Yeah.
The
I
current,
don't care.
the current one today. I'm telling you,
Did
it's
they
not
change
as
the
good.
salsa? What's the deal with the?
Have you been
current?
to
No, the
Rudy's?
salsa's the same. The salsa's the same.
Rudy's
Rudy's
got
is
some
great.
Rudy's is really
Rudy's
good.
has the
Rudy's
best.
is good, man.
Those
breakfast
brisket
burrito.
breakfast burritos.
They're
are
unbelievable.
legit. We should
Yeah.
go.
The
right after
spicy-
this, all
See
of
you
us.
guys there. We're heading there.
The jalapeno sausage.
Could you?
No.
Yeah,
I can't. The
Delicious.
jalapeno sausage is outrageous.
yeah.
Mm,
good.
Outrageous.
I've
And
been
their
in
Maybe
the-
to build
salsa
another one of those.
and their salsa so good.
Well, I got the one
Man,
over there.
Rudy's is pretty good.
I could just drink their salsa.
Oh, also here's my breakfast burrito.
Ew.
Do you want hash browns in there?
Oh yeah.
No.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
Out of my face.
What do I
What?
want, Andrew? Will you tell me what I want?
What do you want?
I don't know. I thought I wanted hash browns, and then you said
How
it with
come
such
you don't
conviction.
want-
You sometimes
I want hash browns.
Guys, did you know I almost started a food truck with some buddies, and it was called I can't say the
hash
word.
brown
You guys-
breakfast burritos.
No.
Gross. Disgusting.
No.
Hey,
I'll talk about it off the.
Here's my
Someone's gonna
thing.
steal this.
Here's my thing.
I was literally 10% away from actually doing this business with people.
Do you know anything about the restaurant business?
No, but these people did.
Nobody
Okay.
knows
Like,
what's up.
this makes me terrified.
I just had the idea.
It's a food truck, I guess. It
I-
doesn't matter.
I like my hash browns extra crispy, and they're never extra crispy when they're put in the burrito.
Yeah, but it didn't matter
Yeah,
because
that's
they're just
true.
mixed.
Eat it
man.
quick, man.
It does. Get it.
Do you guys ever dip down low enough to get a Sonic breakfast burrito? I'll still get them.
Yeah, I still get them.
Oh
Yeah, they're good.
They're good.
Sausage, egg, and cheese.
It's
Okay,
solid.
good.
It's solid.
Just wanted to. I
Yeah,
should.
that's not something to be embarrassed about.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Oh, good. I'm in a table.
You
with
had a
friends.
McDonald's one? I haven't
No.
had one in a long time,
No.
but you know what?
It's hard to
Really?
mess it up when it's like put egg, get a burrito.
They
or
have
get
some.
a
They
flour
put
tortilla.
peppers in it.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Really? Oh, I like some pepper. I
Should
want
try
some.
it.
I want veggies and eggs.
Should try it.
I do like the crunch of the hash brown, though. I always
with you.
want
Yeah,
that.
I know
it's okay.
you
I'm
gotta
with you.
get the crunch.
Yeah.
They never have the crunch. It's
Guys.
sog.
My
Mm.
friend in
So-
college.
gosh.
My
The
friend in
song.
college called poop streaks in underwear hash browns. That's what his family called them. That's
Grow
like
up. Yeah, you grow up.
Grow up, Luke.
can't
Grow
take hash
up,
browns
Ben.
seriously.
When I left for a second, I heard somebody say, "Dude, it's the fry pod." Does that mean that things went off the rails for a minute?
I just had
No.
something to talk
I was
about.
trying to ask them about self care, and they didn't want to talk
Yeah.
about it.
Here's a great way.
Dude, it's the fry pod. Let
I
me
did
ask you
talk.
about it.
I did- I talked about.
Here's
it.
a great way. Self care. If you're just feeling down, make yourself like 5 or 6 sandwiches. Sit down and eat them all.
Luke said his self care is he was feeling stressed out yesterday, so he ate a bag of chips.
Whole
I
bag.
said
kind?
that's not self care.
BBQ.
Like a big one?
No,
Ruffles?
I didn't eat the whole one.
Have we talked about chips here before? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
we
yeah.
talked about.
I didn't eat the whole. But yo,
Like a
yo,
big bag?
Yeah, but I didn't eat the whole bag. But you just
Most
gotta-
of it?
Yeah, just stress eat, man. Let's do it.
Are they Lay's? Like Lay's barbecue chips?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You and my son. That's his favorite bag of chips.
Oh, it's great.
They're good.
They
They are.
good.
They're
You don't
okay.
like
They're-
it? Oh.
Hey, no.
Jay.
They're good, but they're not like top 6.
Oh yeah. Like
Oh,
you're like
no.
No. If
These
you're
are-
going to
these
gas
are the-
station,
Hey,
These
name
are the
4.
Kyrie
Name
Irving
5
trips.
better. Man, 5 better. Hey guys, here's
Every
this.
Dorito brand.
okay.
Okay.
every
Okay,
everything everything kettle.
Okay, you're right.
Oh,
Okay.
for real, man.
Okay.
Kettle
That was my-
barbecue.
That was
though.
my second bracket.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Agreed.
we have
You know what
another-
I'm getting into? Salt,
mother.
salt and vinegar chips.
They're good, man.
Ooh.
Oh,
Really good.
sometimes they're good. Sea salt, good. Hey guys, There's a question from @Zach Boyd, who says his wife and him are visiting Oklahoma City for spring break this next week.
Spring break.
He wants top 5 power rankings on best place to visit or eat at. Let's each nominate a place that he should go.
SB 2K19.
SB
No regrets.
2K19, no regrets. Senior year, let's do it.
Please.
Super Bowl.
So where should he go in OKC?
Are we talking now? Let's categorize this thing, man.
Get the sponsors out of the way.
No, we just-
go
we-
to the meal, go to the press.
We just need to. We each are going to nominate one
Okay.
where he needs to go.
Restaurant.
It can be anything. We're just going to do one of each to get the one place he has to go.
Now it depends where he's from as well.
Yeah, does he say?
No,
He doesn't say.
Okay, I have one.
Yeah, but he doesn't give. He has a wife.
His wife. So the mule and the press, that's there. We all agree. The mule and the press.
They're incredible.
And I'm not
Yeah.
just saying it as sponsors. They really are.
So let me say
incredible.
this.
Incredible.
So, but
Just-
we always talk about
just
it.
go down to the Plaza District.
Yeah.
And you got to eat one of those two places, and then wander around. Get you a piece of pie from Pie Junkie. This will just be mine. I'll make it mine. I love the Plaza
Mhm.
District.
Yeah. it's
There
great.
are so many great restaurant options down there, but there's also a few. I think they still have. Don't they still have a few shops down there?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, there's a few.
There's a few.
They also have a new. I think it's down there. It's like a dine-in cinema club. Like you watch a movie and
Okay.
have a dinner.
Oh no, that's
Food.
it's close though.
It's close to the
It is
plaza.
close to
Yeah.
that.
I haven't
banquet cinema.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
can
yeah.
get pizza there, and
I
it looks
haven't-
pretty good. I
I
heard the
haven't
pizza's
been yet.
good.
I will say this though: if I was you and you're in the Plaza District, I would just start with a little appetizer, Empire Slice. Get you a slice of pizza,
It's good.
And
That's
then-
an
and then-
appetizer.
and
They're
then-
huge.
and then yeah, bro,
It is huge.
yeah, bro.
I forget.
Spring
Jay's,
break.
Jay's a
Spring-
larger person.
Spring
than I
break,
am.
2019. No regrets.
No regrets.
On Jay's spring breaks, he starts every meal with a slice of pizza.
Wake up in the morning.
Slice pizza, bowl cereal.
That's not a bad idea.
appetizer
It's
of
really
a
not.
slices up.
So yeah, that's what I would do.
You know, you can do the walk-up one.
Yeah.
You just get a piece.
They call it like Empire to Go or something like that.
Yeah.
Definitely walk around Plaza. Eat at Plaza.
It's
District.
fun. If it's nice outside, it's a really fun place.
If you like
to kinda wander around.
ramen, Goro is a top restaurant.
Here's the thing
in
about
the
Goro.
Dickerson household.
Here's the problem with Goro.
I can't wait to fight you.
Can't wait to
I,
hear
I
this.
Yes,
went
come on.
there and my ramen was too spicy, and I very
Oh,
nearly
you big baby.
and I threw
back.
up. And I threw up in the bathroom.
That is way less about Goro and way more about you.
It all sat on the top. It all sat on the top of the ramen, and I just vomit. Went in the bathroom, vomit,
Grow up.
and then I paid, left. Didn't have the food, the rest of the food. I felt horrible.
Were you by yourself?
Yes.
Mm.
Grabbed us
What a
some-
bad day, man.
horrible. Luke, you can always just holler at me, man, if you go eat by yourself.
dude. Okay, every day at lunch. Let's go. Meet me in Stillwater. Great.
I eat bags of chips for lunch.
I need a whole
Hey, the
bag.
one time that I was in Stillwater, you were like, I'm too busy.
I did have a busy
Luke
day.
and I had an epic lunch meeting at Sam's though over some delicious
Oh
hot
yeah,
dogs.
several.
Dude, Sam's is great.
That's the other place you should go.
You should go to Sam's.
No.
Go to Sam's.
If you haven't been to
If
Sam's,
you can get in.
You can.
you can.
No, oh,
You don't have to have a card to get in.
Nope.
Oh well, you can get
Just to buy
you can
stuff.
get a hot dog for about $1.30.
Yeah, it's great.
Supposedly
Don't go to
Costco's
Sam's.
got legit food too, and they're coming in next month.
Okay, where
I
else
know.
should they go? All we did was one thing.
Okay, so Plaza District was mine.
Yeah.
You're coming to town. You gotta ride that monorail that got downtown.
It's called a streetcar.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Monorail's
True.
above the city.
If you like museums, we do actually have a really good art museum. So
Yeah,
go to
and it's
the
an
art museum if it's
Ansel
good.
Adams exhibit right now, isn't it?
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think it's
The
right now.
Chihuly stuff though is just incredible.
That's always there too.
yeah, I
yes,
love
and that's amazing.
Cholula. So good.
They've
It
got a whole
is.
bunch of
Put it
bottles.
on
I love
Delicious.
Chihuly Hoop.
Put it on
Do you guys also like Chihuly Hoop?
I love
I
Chihuly.
love Chihuly Hoop tonight.
What is this?
No.
What's
I'm
happening?
going.
I love two hula hoop.
Do you want Chihuly Hoop with me?
Am I missing something?
He's just lost his mind, man.
Okay.
I can't wait till he's gone.
I'm moving away.
You like Chihuly hoop?
do you want Chihuly Hoop?
That's
with
funny,
me?
man. You just missed it.
Yeah, you moron.
You're like that guy that doesn't like John Mulaney.
oh wait,
Yeah, I've
someone
ne-
doesn't like
Yeah,
John Mulaney.
probably.
I've
Yeah,
never
there's
been a
a-
John Mayer guy.
Okay.
That's a lie.
What do you got?
It's actually not.
You should go. I don't know where you should go. The Plaza. That's it. That's the answer.
You
Streetcar.
literally go out more than all of us.
That's true.
No, but
so true.
Just name some. Let's name
Uptown.
some.
Go
cool
to Uptown
bars.
23, or 23rd Street. Go to Pony Boys, a fun bar. Bunker Club. You could just kind of bar hop down 23rd Street, end up
Yeah,
at Hertz
true.
Donut.
Yeah.
True. Hertz Donut.
I don't ever go out, and
Hertz Donut.
I'm doing this better than you, Andrew. Where would you tell him to go?
If you're looking for a good donut, you should go to Route 66. It's over off 39th and Council.
Don't drive all the way over there
For
delicious.
this random yellow building.
Get your-
No, that's not that one.
Get yourself
That
one.
that,
Which one are
that
you
one I would not recommend to
Which one are
drive
you
for.
talking about? 39th and it's
And
a straight
Council.
down. That's 39th and Rockwell. Might be.
Yeah, go to Route 6 if you're looking for a good donut. I'm serious.
Here's where he should go. Anthem Tap Room. Schedule a tour. Boom.
There are a lot of
It's
breweries
actually
downtown. Prairie Brew Pub, Anthem is really good. Anthem first, of course. Anthem. Definitely just go to Anthem.
Hey guys, I got a final question for you. But before I do that, I want to talk to you about Oklahoma Shirt Company. They got their Shirt of the Month Club. Jay, what states do they have?
Arkansas,
Idaho,
Missouri,
Maine,
Kansas,
South
Texas.
Dakota. That's all the states I know.
If
Missouri,
you want,
Oklahoma.
you can get
Montana.
$10. You get a Shirt of the Month Club. Signing up, you get an introductory shirt just for signing up. And then each month
you know who
get
signed up for it?
Who?
Gary England.
Yeah,
Are
you're
you kidding me?
Not kidding.
the
Guess what?
legend of meteorology.
Guess what? The Gare Bear's getting every month a new shirt in his size.
My favorite thing. Did you see? So he posted a picture of him, and so they do them thematically too. So it's the
Yeah.
March ones, like green. It's got like an Oklahoma clover. I don't know what that means, but that's what it kind of looks like. And
For
he's
St-
got
for
it
St.
on
for St.
over
Patty's.
like he just took it, pulled it out of the packet, and put it on over his shirt that he already had on. And
That's
took a picture of it.
That's dad style.
Oh,
It's total dad style.
Dad
That's
style.
great. I love
That's
that.
dad's.
That's
That's
granddad style.
That's a dad Thunder game, playoff game.
What are you supposed to do? Take your other shirt off?
I don't know.
That's like
Just
yeah,
plan,
that's
just
everybody.
plan ahead.
You know what I don't do is wear
Luke-
those
Luke
because
takes
it makes
his
me
shirt
look
off.
really
I take
fat.
my shirt off. I take my shirt
They're
off.
all
let
one
the nips
size, so it's
breathe.
They're huge.
Let him breathe, man.
Oh, they're
Hey,
small
guys.
for me, but that's fine.
Sorry, Jim.
By the way, Gary England, I think he might be a climate change denier.
He is a climate change denier. It came out this week.
That's kind of shocking from a weatherman, but let's
I
move
know.
on. Let's
Okay.
Him and
let's
Emily
just
Sutton.
move on.
Okay, but guys, the more important thing about Oklahoma Shirt Company is that if you have an event or a group and you want to make a custom shirt, they can help you make that for the group, for the event. They'll work with you. They have designers that will help design a cool looking shirt, and they're great to work
They'll
with.
hook you up.
They will
Seriously,
hook you
any
up.
sort of merchandise marketing need you have, call Oklahoma Shirt Company. Check them out online, oklahomashirtcompany.com. Tell them Down to Dunk sent you.
Kiss them on the lips. Guys, I have a final question
Go up.
for you. It is this. Hurry up after I get puffed.
Miffed and peeved.
Gentlemen, are you miffed and are you peeved?
I had one this morning. Hold on, you guys go.
I was on the road to Tulsa and I was driving and something popped up and hit my grill on my truck. And
Something jumped up and bit me.
it nicked the grill on my it was it busted up my grill. I was so miffed. Still miffed.
Dang.
And you know what, my
I
car
wanna see your grill.
this is the first time that I've had this feeling.
grill. Your grill.
Is that how you
What?
open every banana?
No, it was
That was unbelievable.
What did he do?
He ripped off the entire top of the banana.
it was not working for me very well. It was just
You just-
smushing it.
That's
So I just go,
You didn't do the bottom of the banana?
no, I don't do that.
Okay,
That's how you
I
do
just
it.
learned about
That's
this.
how you're supposed
How do
to
you
do
just
it.
learn about it? That's
That's
I
how
had no
monkeys do
idea.
it, bro. They've been doing it for millions of years,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
Why
true.
did nobody tell me this?
Because you don't pay attention.
Just watch a monkey, man.
We've mentioned it multiple times on this
Yeah.
podcast.
Sometimes you just gotta watch
But
it.
the way
chimpanzee.
you
been done.
opened it like it was like you were
Did it
tearing-
break anything on your grill? That was not on purpose. I didn't
Yeah,
do
it
that. I was
did.
just trying
Wow,
to.
it was
Yeah, it
wild. You're so
That's
strong.
so frustrating.
Well, and this is the first time maybe ever. My car was so dirty from all the salt that was just
Oh, yeah.
all over my truck
Oh yeah.
because people just can't handle the roads here.
Yeah,
But,
right. It's like I just leave the ice.
Cleaned it yesterday. Felt good.
I had
Felt
a.
good. That was a self-care moment for me.
Oh yeah, dude.
God, you're
taking
so
time-
dad. You're such a dad. Your self care is washing your car.
My self-care is exercise, but
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
that
also
makes sense.
yesterday. I
So-
felt
But you
pretty
know
good.
what? The older I get, the more I'm realizing there is self care in taking time to take care of your items,
Dude,
It's like
it's in the
wow,
little
this
things.
is-
For me,
yeah, it
self-care-
It's in
is.
the margins.
It's like cleaning the sink. I'm like, I did that.
Mine's
Yeah.
mowing the yard.
Mowing the yard's great.
Yeah.
Hey, so my miffed and peeved. So this you brought it up. So ice storm. So here's what happens. Wednesday of last week, it freaking sucks outside.
Yeah, it's
like
terrible.
it's icy everywhere. Of course, they don't cancel school that day, but they canceled the next day.
It was a
there's-
disaster.
Don't even.
There's
my
no.
kids.
It's cold anyway. So it was the worst. But so Wednesday, I just got back from St. Louis, which was like the most stressful 4 days of my life.
Yeah.
I got back from
Let's
St.
talk
Louis.
about that.
Yeah, let's have a conversation about that. I forgot about this last week, and I'm going up to work, and I'm like, hey, I'll grab lunch for the staff because like literally, they're all going to go home because it's awful outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to Panera. I'm literally open my door, take one step out of the car, flat on my rear end. Literally, like there was nothing I could do to stop myself.
Yeah.
I try to grab my car door and end up just slamming it in the car next to me. Fall right on my butt.
That's hilarious.
I laid on the parking lot of Panera just going,
Are you okay now?
yeah, I broke my hip.
Here's the
Head
wild
surgery.
thing. They canceled school last week because it was too cold.
This week.
This
wasn't it?
week,
Monday?
Oh, do you want little children to
Was
just
that Monday?
go standing
Monday.
It was
outside,
Monday.
freezing,
When
turn
we
into
were-
frozen ice statues?
Don't
we
do it.
were-
Don't do it.
this.
Don't do it.
Don't freaking do this.
Don't do it. Don't tell me
They've
about what
done.
happened when you were
This
in
is
school.
this is not just
This is a new protocol.
This is well, and it's happened within the last decade
Yes.
with schools.
Yes.
So I have something similar where I was super miffed on Sunday morning. I didn't realize there was going to be
home on Sunday morning.
Jake. Gosh, I didn't realize that there was going to be ice on my sidewalk. I was walking out to my wife's truck to start it.
My wife.
My wife. And I slipped, but I caught myself. But I caught myself in a way that I hurt my neck. I should have just fell. I should have just taken the hit.
Yeah.
But it was my pride that tried to stay up, and I hurt my neck.
Mine is like I'll grab onto something and rip it out, like I did that banana. Trying to catch myself and rep my mailbox down.
a lot of times,
Son of
a lot of times when I catch myself from falling, it's just all groin that I hurt.
Oh, I was walking around. Remember, I hurt my neck in high school. Remember where I would just turn toward you, and like that
You gotta
one
turn
time.
yourself like Batman because he's all one piece.
Yeah, that's how I was for a good 3 days, and then I went to the gym for some self care.
Yeah.
I was feeling good,
Right.
and I ran a mile, and then
Right.
like at a mile, like 1.3, it hurt my back again.
Oh man.
Where you gymming
man.
now, bro?
The YMCA
Yeah, on Expressway.
on Expressway. I'm lifting watts in front of the mirror.
Oh,
man.
wow, that is self care, man. So you use pride that hurt yourself. Luke always hurts his groin.
Yeah.
Because you're using that BDE. You can't depend on BDE
Oh,
all the
come on, man.
time.
We
Come
can't.
on. Hey, I have a story. This is a good story. This is real. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
When I was 20, I was in a long-term relationship. This was with an ex. And then
Yeah.
when I was 20,
Mm-hmm.
there was this guy who's in love with her and like always pursuing her, super disrespectful to me, didn't care about me, made fun of me to like mutual friends and stuff. Yeah, it was a big deal. Big confidence killer when I was 20 years old. Completely destroyed me. So anyway, he's like this guy, doesn't work out for him. She stays with me, man. So then anyway, so this goes on. This guy like hates me, okay? And I don't like him, of course. Very disrespectful, man. And so yesterday, I'm now 20. This is now 7, probably 8 years removed from this situation. Never met this guy in person. But I walk into work and guess who's there? This freaking bozo is in my place of work. And this is where like the I don't know how you say it, the pendulum swings. I don't know. It's on the other side.
I know that this isn't a pendulum.
I think-
Well,
I think
my
that-
pendulums are sideways.
I think the tables are round and they've turned.
Yes, they have
Yes.
turned. Because I walk in and I see, and we make eye contact, and we recognize each other, and I saw so much shame in his face that I was just lit up, dude. I was like,
you say, get
"Ugh."
out, get out.
I was just red hot, blood, like not angry, but just like because I could feel his shame.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he feels bad about it now that he's like a mature adult, you know? And he's in my place.
I'm
of
not
work.
sure he is.
And so anyway, so I was like, hey,
So I
you
sold
look
him-
familiar.
I
And he
sold
was
him
like,
$200 worth of pots.
well, that's the thing. His new girlfriend wanted to buy my ceramics, and I was just beaming,
You could have engraved something on the bottom of every one.
and I was just
Screw you, like on the bottom of every single one.
beaming. And he left the play. He couldn't even stick around.
Just beaming.
What place of employment was this? Hey, you should leave us a 5-star iTunes review if you have a chance. It's really easy. All you have to do is go to your Purple Podcast app, click the search button, type in Down to Dunk, click 5 stars. Super easy. Hope you guys have a great weekend.